Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So some very, very interesting news to report. Eddie Hearn revealed that he had a conversation with Gervonta Tank Davis on the phone the other day. And he reveals that he apologized to Davis for the overtly or inadvertently racist comments that he made about Gervonta. This was after Davis knocked out Hector Garcia. Interviews asking what he thought about Davis's performance against Hector Garcia. And instead of saying anything about the fight, he starts calling Gervonta inarticulate, saying he's not a deep thinker. That was his reaction in his boxing analytical breakdown of the Davis versus Hector Garcia fight. This is exactly what Eddie Hearn said in his interview. He said, "Do you remember when I said he's not a deep thinker? Well, that pissed him off. I said one reason that makes Gervonta so dangerous is he is not a deep thinker. But then I said he's not articulate, and that was the wrong word to use. I said to him yesterday, you're dangerous if you don't give a F, but I shouldn't have used that word. It was the wrong word to use, and for that I apologize." Guys, the first thing I want to say is in a sport of boxing, it is extremely rare to hear someone that is not black apologize for something they said that is once again overtly or inadvertently racist. Just to give you guys a couple of examples, Paulie Malignaggi, he refused to apologize for the racist remarks that he made, which is what ultimately got him fired from Showtime as a commentator. They actually asked Paulie to apologize and he refused. One more example is racist boxing judge Gloria Martinez, who's still judging fights today, by the way, following her highly controversial scorecard in the Michael Fox versus Gabriel Maestre fight. It was a black fighter versus a Latino fighter. And her scorecard was so ridiculous in favor of the Latino fighter that even the WBA president issued a statement saying her scorecard was wrong. Well, right after that happened, it was discovered that she had multiple racist comments on her Twitter account, which caused her to be suspended but not fired. She was suspended by the WBA. By the way, I meant to tell you, she was a WBA judge. And I'll tell you, before this story broke, I didn't even know sanctioning bodies had their own judges to score fights. That just seems like a conflict of interest. But with that being said, once again, Gloria Martinez, she got her job back and she's back to scoring fights today. And she didn't even have to issue a fake apology. In other sports, big sports like the NFL, the NBA, you always hear a guy issuing a statement apologizing for something racist that he said. And that's because in big sports like that, it makes national news. So they're usually forced to issue an apology. But the sport of boxing is the wild, wild west. People say racist stuff all the time, and usually it's completely ignored. It seldomly gets reported, which is why so many significant people in the sport of boxing are comfortable with saying certain things that they say. So with that all being said, you know, when Gervonta first said that Eddie Hearn reached out to him, the first thing I thought about was the comments that he made about Gervonta, saying that he was inarticulate, things that has nothing to do with boxing at all. So I think when Eddie Hearn first sent that text to Gervonta Tank Davis, because DAZN, they wanted to make that huge offer to Gervonta to take the Devin Haney fight. The first time Eddie Hearn, he sent a text to Gervonta asking if they could talk, and Gervonta simply just said no, and he shared the post, or he shared the conversation. Now, the reason why Eddie Hearn was sending a message directly to Gervonta Tank Davis, because Gervonta had implied before that he was a free agent. But I think when Eddie Hearn sent that first text to Gervonta asking if they could talk, I think that's when Eddie Hearn realized he really screwed up when he made those remarks about Gervonta in the past. So now Eddie is trying to get on the right page and apologize to Gervonta so they can get some negotiations started between Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney. Now, the Haneys have already revealed, while they're in negotiations with Ryan Garcia right now, their first priority is to get the Gervonta Tank Davis fight. The Ryan Garcia fight is a backup plan. And the way Gervonta and his team are talking right now, it's highly unlikely that Gervonta will fight Devin Haney next. Davis's trainer, Calvin Ford, he already came out and said Davis's next fight will be a tune-up, which if it is, that'll be pretty surprising considering the fact that he's making his debut. He's making his debut on Prime Amazon. I would think that there would be more pressure for them to really impress Prime Amazon with a big name opponent. But we'll see what happens. We'll see who Gervonta announces as his next opponent. But I'm telling you, with everything that's going on with Devin Haney, and when you look at the level of opposition that Devin Haney is constantly in the ring with, it's going to be really, really interesting to see who Gervonta is going to fight next by way of contrast. With that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, Visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to lodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.